Well, welcome to Debbie's Back Porch. So glad to have you with us. For a Christmas gift, two of my grandsons gave me a garden work day. And there's always something to do in the garden. So we're going to spend the day putting wood mulch out and using it for weed control. Join us. Well, welcome to Debbie's Back Porch. I just wanted to take a couple of minutes and show you. She doesn't need that. Take that away from her. I just wanted to take a second and show you that we're getting our garden, putting it to bed for the winter.
I want to see it.
Yes, I'm making a video.
I want to see it.
So, we're doing a weed treatment right now, and if you can see, we spread cardboard. You see the cardboard here? Just cardboard boxes. I save them up, go get them at the grocery store or whatever. And then we've covered them in wood mulch, and this will keep the weeds down between the beds. And all during the winter, when we have a sunny day, we'll put some more cardboard down between the beds and then add some more wood mulch. Now the weeds are died down now because it's winter, and this will cut off their sunlight so that for the most part they don't grow through, and anything that does grow through will be easily pulled up. Then let me show you the beds. Okay, if you can see there, that's a mountain of wood chips. It's been there for a year, and we get it free from tree cutters, and you can get them in many different places. I'll put a couple of resources in the info section, but it's been sitting there aging for a year. We'll take a little off at a time, but that's 2 truckloads full. And then let me show you what that's the wood mulch that I put between the beds, and now I'll show you how I use it in the garden beds. When we first got this was just great big chips. They ran the tree limbs through a chipper, along with leaves and all the other organic matter. This has been sitting for a year. That's my great-granddaughter. And, you know, there's some pine straw in here because we put pine straw down as weed control as part of our mulch. But this is the wood mulch, and I want you to see the consistency. It's decomposing. It's soft. And yes, my dogs and my great-granddaughter are help. Is I put about 2 inches on every bed, and some beds I have stuff planted in over the winter, but the beds that are going to remain fallow, I cover in wood mulch, about 2 inches. When I get ready to plant, I just move it out of the way, make furrows, and plant in the soil. And I have other videos doing this, but this is going to keep down any weed growth, and all during the summer and the spring, this wood mulch will maintain the moisture. Last year I watered my entire garden one time, and we're in a drought. And a couple of beds, like the tomatoes, I watered one other time. But in a drought, wood mulch is going to save your crops. And this is, do it now. And I sprinkle some gypsum down in the beds that are going to have tomatoes. The organic gypsum adds calcium without changing your pH. So this is how we use the wood mulch over the winter. This bed, when we get this spread out, will be ready to plant in the spring. And all winter, this is going to, number 1, deter the weeds from popping through in the spring. And number 2, hold in the moisture so that this bed stays moist. And number 3, the organic matter is going to decompose and feed the earthworms and make everything in this bed more alive. So that was our family day in the garden, spreading wood mulch and preparing our garden. There are a couple of myths about wood mulch that I want to share with you. Some folks believe that wood mulch is not good for your garden, that it robs the soil of nutrients as it decomposes. That's really not been shown to be true. As it decomposes, it puts nutrients back in, and any transfer of nutrients to the wood chips happens only at the surface. So we use aged wood chips, not composted, aged. We just let them sit for about 6 months. Another issue is if you don't know where the wood mulch is coming from, the trees, you might get some black walnut. And black walnut trees are really, really bad for your garden. They have a substance called juglone that can poison your plants, keep them from growing, keep seeds from germinating. If you age it 6 months, that impact will be lessened. If you compost it, it's gone. So if you are not going to do one of those things, you need to check with your tree cutter to make sure there are no black walnuts in the wood chips you get. So that's just a little bit about using wood mulch. I might refer you to the Back to Eden film. I'll put a link in the info section. And this was not comprehensive. This is just a little bit of what we do in maintaining our garden through the winter. Thank you for joining us on Debbie's Back Porch. Hope to see you again tomorrow.